Emergency alert. Do not go outside after dark. If you can hear this, if you can read this, do not go outside. I don't know how much time I have before they cut this signal, before they find me. But you need to listen. You need to understand. Something is happening. Something none of us can explain. It started with missing persons reports. Isolated at first, a name here, a name there. They always went missing after dark. Their homes were untouched, doors left open. Sometimes the lights were still on. No signs of struggle, no bodies, just gone. At first, the police dismissed it, people leaving town, running away. But then more people disappeared, more every night, and the ones who claimed to have seen something, their stories were all the same. Figures standing just beyond the streetlights, watching, waiting. They don't move like us. They don't sound like us. At first, I thought it was paranoia, late-night hysteria, spreading like wildfire. But then I saw them. It was 2 nights ago. I was in my apartment, watching TV, when the screen flickered, just for a second. A strange distortion, like static crawling across the screen. Then the lights dimmed, pulsing in and out. I looked out my window, and I saw them. Tall, thin shapes standing motionless in the dark, just beyond the glow of the street lamps, where the shadows swallowed everything. They didn't move, didn't shift, just stood there, watching. And then my phone buzzed, a message from my friend across town. Just 2 words. Don't look. The second I read it, the power cut out completely. My apartment was plunged into darkness, and outside, they moved. Closer now, just at the edge of my driveway. I froze. I wanted to run, to scream, to do something, but then I heard it. A knock at my door. Not a pounding, not a frantic plea. Just slow, rhythmic. 3 taps, and then a voice. My voice. Hey, it's me. Open the door. My blood ran cold. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe, because I knew one thing for certain. I was alone in my apartment. The voice outside called again, gentle, reassuring, exactly like me. The same tone, the same inflections. But there was something off, a hesitation, a delay, like something mimicking me, but not quite getting it right. Then came the whispering, from the walls, from the vents, from inside my own home. Soft, insidious, curling into my ears like tendrils of smoke. Let us in. I ran, locked myself in my bathroom, barricaded the door, sat there in the dark, shaking, listening to my own voice, begging me to open the door. And then, just as suddenly as it started, silence. Hours passed before the power flickered back on. When I finally dared to look outside, they were gone. But the missing persons reports, they keep coming. Listen to me. Do not go outside after dark. Don't look for them. Don't try to understand. And whatever you do not answer the voices. They know your name. They know the people you love. They will call to you. And if you let them in, you won't be you anymore. I don't know how much longer I can hold out. The power is flickering again. My TV is distorting, warping faces into things that shouldn't exist. And outside, they're waiting. I can hear my own voice whispering from the hallway. Let me in. I don't know how long I have before they find me again. The power is unstable. My phone battery is draining faster than it should. But if you're still here, still listening, don't let your guard down. This isn't over. I survived the first night. I thought maybe, just maybe, they had moved on, that I was safe. I was wrong. I spent the next day in my apartment, trying to convince myself I imagined it. Sleep deprivation, stress, a prank gone too far. But deep down, I knew better. The silence outside wasn't right. There were no cars, no voices, no wind. And then, at exactly 8:42 p.m., my lights flickered again. A sound echoed through my apartment complex, a slow, dragging shuffle, like something heavy being pulled across pavement. It started far off, maybe down the street, but with every passing second, it grew closer. Then, the whispers returned. Not just one voice this time, a chorus of them, hushed, murmuring, overlapping like 1,000 echoes of a conversation I wasn't meant to hear. Too many voices, some high, some low, some familiar, some not. Then, I heard my mother's voice. She doesn't live in this city. She doesn't even know what's happening. But there it was, just outside my door. "Sweetheart, open up, please. It's me. Are you okay?" My stomach dropped. My hands shook as I backed away from the door. It wasn't her. It couldn't be. The voice outside faltered, just for a moment. And then, laughter. Low, guttural, inhuman. "Let us in." I ran, grabbed my phone, my keys. I wasn't staying here another night. I had to get out. But the second I stepped toward my window, I saw them again. Closer this time. Lined up, along the street, motionless, faceless silhouettes standing in perfect formation. Too tall, too still. The streetlights buzzed and flickered above them, casting long, unnatural shadows that stretched in ways they shouldn't. And then, they moved. Not walking, not running. They twitched. A sick, jerking motion, like a puppet being yanked by invisible strings. I stumbled backward, my breath coming in sharp gasps. Then from the hallway, a single knock. Software, patient, waiting. And then, in a voice so perfectly, impossibly familiar, my own voice. "I know you're in there. Open the door." I shut my eyes, covered my ears, but I could still hear it. A scraping noise, like nails dragging against wood. The sound of something shifting just beyond the door frame. I knew if I looked, if I saw whatever was out there, it would see me too. And then I felt it as well, a breath, right against my ear. "Don't fight it. It's easier if you let us in." The next thing I knew, I was waking up on my bathroom floor. My phone buzzing beside me. A text from an unknown number. Just 2 words. "Not yet." The whispers are gone now. The figures too. But I know they'll be back. This isn't over. It's only getting worse.